Just so you know, I'm Papa Dank. I'm the resident podcaster here.
Oh, I know Papa Dank.
Oh, people are starting to get to know me. I love it.
Oh, I know me.
Oh,
there it is.
that was a good one. That was a good one.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
It's the Cotton Candy Princess Tiffany Avatar, and I am here to let you know that I will be gracing Big Event New York, and I hope to see you all there.
I am, yeah.
The only psycho here is me.
Who will be coming?
Awesome. I can't wait, man. I fully enjoy watching Bez. It's supposedly coming.
We're gonna overwhelm each other, so.
I got a question.
Belong. Those belts were around their waist.
Hold on. Let me see. Finally, we've been waiting for you to come. All right, now just announced by Mr. Joel Maximo. What else you got?
Lucas wants a new belt.
Whoa.
I wish I could, what is it, Big?
That's not even the real 2360.
Snapchat?
No psycho.
All right. But today I got a very special guest.
If you don't know who I am,
I will never follow Papa Dank on Twitter.
Have been my favorite wrestlers, and it's like the first time.
Welcome everybody to Beyond the Barricade. I am your host, Papa Dank. And tonight I have a very special guest because Psycho Circus is tomorrow. And I'm so excited that I'm going to be at Psycho Circus doing my vlog. Oh man, it's just, I can't even describe how I'm feeling. But anyway, let me bring to you my very special guest who will be at Psycho Circus tomorrow. Make sure you go to nywcprowrestling.com to get your tickets before it actually sells out. Actually, it might be sold out by now. But anyway, all right, let me bring to you my very special guest, the one, the only, Sean Wachter. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, and I'm doing even better with that awesome introduction because you nailed the last name, and no one ever gets the last name right.
I was nervous, and I was like, man, am I going to get the last name right?
Hey, you killed it. You did it. Hey,
I did.
To you.
And we didn't rehearse it either.
No, we didn't. That's actually a first. That is a first. And I have, not to sound pompous, but I've done a lot of media national stuff, and that is a question that is always asked, and you did not ask, and you pulled it off quite perfectly.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. All right. Let everybody know a little bit about your history real quick before we dive into this wonderful world of professional wrestling.
Well, not that I ever am at a loss of words to talk about cancer, because quite frankly, even though I have been involved in professional wrestling in the past, if it wasn't for my cancer diagnosis, there would be no wrestling for me right now, because what was done as a, celebratory act of, beating my cancer and trying to raise some money for awareness, turned around and people turned around and actually got some hope out of what I'm doing. So I stuck around a little while longer. So what turned supposed to be a one-off turned into a full-time thing again for me. But yeah, I'm a stage 4 melanoma survivor. I had a rare complication, which was leptomeningeal disease, which unfortunately, and I just attended a national cancer conference the past 2 days in Washington, D.C., and they showed the slide. I am the only person that has beat this cancer, and
Wow.
it is just wild
It's amazing.
to see medical evidence like that up on a large screen in front of you, and see, unfortunately, people represented as plots and dots on a graph, and knowing that you're the one outlier is it takes you back and keeps you in check pretty darn quick. And not that I want to sit here and bogart your entire show with cancer, but I anyone out there that's listening, hey, look, just 2 quick things. First off, always advocate for yourself. Whatever health issue you may think you have, whether it be mental health, physical health, of any sort, make sure you talk to your doctor. And if you think that they're not listening to you, find someone that will listen to you. And number 2, I know times are tough right now, and heck, everyone's trying to tighten the belt a little bit. But if anyone has a couple extra dollars, which is very hard to come by nowadays, I encourage you to please give to one of the vetted cancer research organizations you don't even have to go give to some of the organizations that I work with. Just vet who you're giving to, and if you can give, please give, because cancer research right now, we're like this close to finally kicking this thing's ass for good. So
That's great, man. That's
I
great
will-
news.
I will wrap that up there with the cancer, and I am so happy to talk wrestling. So let's get it.
All right. Let's step away from cancer, but I just want to say, man, you're a hero, man. That's an awesome story.
Thank you so much. And I tried to give you the brief version. I didn't want to take the whole 40 minutes there. So
Got you.
hey,
Appreciate you coming on.
oh, thank you. Thank you. It's an honor. I honestly, I'm seeing some of the men and women in your opening, and I'm saying to myself, oh shoot, I'm in good company here. I think I've made it now. So
I've been around. I don't know if you made it with me, but
hey,
I'm a small fish in a big pond.
hey, you know what? I don't care. You're giving me a platform to share my story, and you know what? You're doing everyone on this island in independent wrestling a great service by letting the boys and girls have a voice. So thank you for doing that for us.
I will tell you that there's a lot of podcasters out there that do this and say, "Oh man, I got to make it big. I got to do this. I got to do that." I just want to have fun and talk to people. That's
Hey,
it.
you know what? Life is too short to not have fun. So
Oh, people are watching us on Instagram right now.
oh goodness.
Hello, everybody on Instagram. All right, let's start off before we dig deep into the Psycho Circus matches. Let's find out how you fell in love with professional wrestling.
Oh goodness, this was what I tell my father was his worst parenting mistake of his 39 years of raising me. Yeah, I'm an old. He sat me down in front of 1988 SummerSlam, and my first memories of wrestling was Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man. I know it's cliche, but
oh yeah,
that's what pops in my head. And Jesse Ventura and $1 Million Man, and I believe it was Zeus as well in that match. I could be wrong, but that's what I remember, and that's what sticks to me. And growing up in Nassau County, and having the Nassau Coliseum a couple towns away, I went to so many of those matches growing up at the Coliseum. I was a stereotypical kid who built the wrestling ring in his buddy's backyard. I camped out at the Nassau Coliseum to get front row tickets to SmackDown tapings. When I was in high school, I love this. This to me is this, other than my wife. I tell her this is the second woman. This wrestling, I love it. And
the things we do for wrestling.
It's crazy. Like I said, just that I have been able to stumble back into something that I always wanted to finish doing because I got sick is just something that I'll never take for granted. So
awesome. Let me say quick hello to my good friend Herb Simmons. How are you, sir?
Hello, Mr.
All is well in SICW land. And yeah, man, I'm excited. You know what? This is a good example of Herb. If I would never have done this, I would never have met him. And he is a really awesome, great person, and has been around this business for 50 years.
I will tell you that, because like I said, I'm an older folk. I could say this, but awesome graphic.
Yeah, I have to pop it up.
There you go. You go through seasons of life, they say. And as I have for the past, probably it's going on maybe 9-10 months that I've been back training with wrestling and being around, I have really made some amazing and wonderful friends. I'll keep kayfabe, but I won't name names. But I have met some men and women that I really are closer to me than brothers and sisters could be. So it's awesome.
I feel the same way. I got a couple of close friends in the business, and I'm very, very humble and excited that I have these friends now. If I would never have done this, such as yourself being a wrestler, would never have met these wonderful people.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. Everyone from, different shapes, size, colors, creeds, walks of life. It's hey, they say wrestling's ice cream for a reason. There's a flavor for everybody, and you know what? It's awesome.
It is awesome. All right, let's go in. I was going to ask you about like developing close bonds with people, but you beat me to it.
I really, like I said, I'm gonna, being that the circus is tomorrow, and we're all gearing up for it. I'm gonna keep it straight with that. But I'll tell you, some of these people
we'll save it for another time.
Yeah, no, there's great folks still out there, and you know what? As crazy as this world is, I'm so happy that I've met some of these people to say that there's still good people out there. So
Who
thanks.
has the passion, Herb? Sean, myself, or both of us?
You
I
got
think
it.
I think we both have this passion. I mean, we can't get it out of our system.
No, it's just like I said, it's going with me to the grave. Either way.
All right, let's deep dive into the circus matches real quick, and then I want to go back to a little bit more of your wrestling history. Like,
Wonderfully. Then I got my matches
All right.
pulled up right over here so I can go down the card with you.
it's hard to see, but this is your match right now. You
Okay.
got you
Oof.
and Alex Coughlin are teaming up against QGTM. How did this start? How did this feud start for you guys?
Oh gosh.
Because I know QGTM.
I just wish you didn't start with this one because now and I'm toiling here with my my pencil for a reason, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yikes.
Queens get the money. Yeah. Sometimes in wrestling, like I said in a famous video a couple of months ago, getting ready for the space, with wrestling, sometimes we have to bend the truth. But I think some of the things that work well in wrestling is when it's reality based. I always tell people I am my gimmick is that I have no gimmick. That's my gimmick because the cancer fighter is me. I am Sean Wachter. This is me. My family gets this. The people at the gym get this. I am the same person through and through. So there's reality in me. With Queens Get the Money, I've had some encounters with Pat and Jay before, but Pat and I actually go way back, and I haven't really touched on this because I have a great deal of respect for Pat, and I thought he had respect for me, but clearly he doesn't. And I don't think he has respect for the community that I represent, which is a little alarming. But no, I go back with Pat all the way to the DJ Fat Pat days. Yeah, I didn't forget where I came from. Pat got to go ahead and has had himself a wonderful career with no interruptions. Good for him. Pat is a better wrestler than I am, but I think Pat, it's no mystery. It's no secret. He takes issue with me being in the wrestling business, which I don't quite frankly understand. And prior to Circus, him and I had a match, and this was my first singles match, and I have been hoping and dreaming and training and clawing and digging to finally get a singles match in NYWC. And I don't take my run as one of the inaugural trios champions for granted, but I wanted to prove to everybody and prove to myself that I could hang by myself, that I didn't need Mike Mondo. I didn't need Darius Payne, the Juggernaut. Okay. I didn't need either one of them. Pat, I thought just needed himself, but no, he brought Jay into that match, and they took it somewhere that I didn't think it was going to go. So I had to make a few calls, and Alex Coughlin answered the phone. I think Alex and I are going to hang that phone up on them tomorrow. Man, right. I wish you didn't start with this one. I'm sorry.
Yikes. All right, let's jump out of Psycho Circus for a moment. Let's go into a little bit more of your history with wrestling. Tell me, where did you go train to be a professional wrestler? Who were your mentors or trainers during that time period? No, you're good.
Oh, yeah.
And your thoughts?
Yeah.
You need a moment?
I just got to get back to happy-go-lucky, Sean, Just needed a second there to
Gotcha.
Turn dial back down. But no, I actually tried my foot at NYWC back in the very beginning, 2022, no, not 2022. Oh gosh, yeah, I am old.
2012?
No, 2002, 2003. I was 18 years old. I was a senior in high school. Loved playing football. I was fortunate enough to play college football, and I wound up actually playing a season of arena football as well. So, football did bring me some great things, but like I said, my first love has always been wrestling. And gentleman came up to me at the gym, saw me wearing a Hulkamania t-shirt and said, "Hey kid, you got some size to you. You ever think about wrestling?" And I said, "I think about it every single day, every minute, every second. It's all I think about, but I don't know if it's for me, or even how to go about it." And he said, "My buddy's got a school over in Hicksville if you want to give it a chance. Here's the address."
Okay.
So I went down, and I went down for a few months, and I had the luxury of getting trained up by Dickie Rods and John Curse. And unfortunately, as the story goes, my father, who at the time was a Nassau County police detective, realized, well, my son is lying to me. He's not going to church every Sunday. And he followed my ass.
Oh no.
And
Yikes.
no. He said, "Oh, you have college and you have football come up." And I said, "Well, I'm 18." And he goes, "Well, that means you can move the hell out of my house."
Oh no.
So I loved wrestling, but I also loved having a roof over
Oh, yeah.
my head. And I was afraid that maybe he might have pistol whipped me or used his billy club. So yeah, we had to hang up the boots real quick. Went into playing football, also played lacrosse in college. When that got wrapped up, like I said, played some arena football. And interestingly enough, Darius Payne, the juggernaut, who I won the trios titles with, was actually my arena football teammate.
Oh wow.
Him and I, when the season was over, we were actually approached by Gino Caruso of ECPW.
Okay.
And he asked if we wanted to wrestle at a battle royal on a show that they were doing for St. Jude. So me missing my first chance went, "Oh yeah, fine, I'll do it."
I'm in.
Darius Payne and I actually entered that battle royal. We did not win it, but that was actually our first time in the wrestling ring together, which who would have known that years down the road we would have been winning a championship at one of the biggest shows in Long Island history. But after that, I said, all right, maybe I'll get back involved with this. But I was teaching at the time. I was a high school teacher very briefly. And I also coached high school football and ran the weight room for a local school district. And unfortunately, around 2010, 11, the ripples of the 2008 financial collapse happened. And I was out of work as a teacher, still was coaching, had a nightclub security business and an executive protection business. See, a lot of people don't know about me is I actually used to be 300-pounder myself. So
Really?
not that I want to start thinking about Pat again, but I have
Me
respect.
too.
Yeah, I have respect for him and his fitness journey because I myself had to kind of rebuild myself as well. And yeah, I was a 300-pound offensive lineman in college and a defensive tackle in the Arena League. So I figured, you know what? While I'm doing my nightclub security company and my executive protection business, let me give wrestling a try. And went back to NYWC.
Oh, you did nightclub security?
Yes, I did for over 10 years.
Wow. What clubs?
Oh gosh, we could spend a whole episode on that. I'll say the ones where
just the clubs, and then another time we'll talk stories.
Neptune's out in the Hamptons, Mirage, Glow in Westbury.
Mirage, that's where I used to go.
The old Bogarts. They used to be on Hempstead Turnpike in Uniondale. I worked at Pink Elephant in the city for a while.
You ever done Zachary's in East Meadow?
I had filled in there a few times. Once I actually was able to get my own company going, it was nice because I had the luxury to kind of float around a little bit. But what was pretty funny was I started bouncing when I was 18 years old. I went to a local bar and restaurant that's still up and running where I grew up in Rockville Center. And I went there to get a job as a busboy, and they thought I was 25 years old just based on my size and height. And they said, "Oh, hey, you want to do security?" So I was carding some of my teachers on Thursday nights, and they were trying to figure out what the hell I was doing standing at the door of the bar. So, but no, I did that for a while. And like I said, I just figured, all right, well, you know what? As we're trying to go on to our next career path, I was actually waiting to become a police officer. So I was waiting to get called by the police department. I went and started training to wrestle because, no one could get hurt wrestling. That wouldn't cost anyone a career. So
Nobody could get hurt.
I went back to NYWC again. I was there yet again, oddly, like only probably another 3 or 4 months, but I did actually get to learn a few things under the tutelage of Pat Buck. Didn't get to spend a lot of time with him, but I did get to learn some things from him. So that was pretty cool. Unfortunately, I had a non-wrestling related neck injury and broke my neck, and that was my first little tough go at the school of life because I needed over 9 surgeries to my neck and back, and I was in a wheelchair for about a good solid year. And then by the time I retaught myself how to walk 3 years later, that's when I got struck with my stroke and my cancer and had to learn to walk again. So I have a great appreciation for life, and I again will pinch myself every morning because I am so happy and over the top to not only get to live my dream, but represent the cancer community in the wrestling ring as well.
Wow, man, that's a great story, man. You're definitely a fighter. That's for sure.
Hey, like I said, the no gimmick, the cancer fighter. He is I, So
These guys better watch out tomorrow. they better watch out tomorrow.
God. I try not to get hot about stuff. You can ask anybody, even a few of the people like that we spoke about earlier, who I said, you could ask them. They'll say, "Oh shit, he's like Uncle Sean. He's just laid back and cool and calm as can be." But like I said, unfortunately, some folks just don't want me here. But oh well, I'm staying around for a while. I ain't going nowhere as I twiddle my pencil again.
Satanta Fury is joining us on Instagram. What's up, bud?
Is he really Irish?
Yeah. Irish.
He beat my ass for that belt behind me. I'm not too happy about that, but hey, you know what? They were the better team that night, so more power to them. But hey, let's talk circus, man. Let's talk those other great matches that are not going to get me all bothered and
let's talk circus. But I want to ask you before we go back into circus.
Sure.
Opponent you want to wrestle that you haven't wrestled yet?
Oh gosh, that's a very loaded question. But if I was to, you know what? I got people that tell me, I'm the Rocky of wrestling, just with my story. So if you were to think about Long Island wrestling, my main trainer, the person who has trained me the longest, was Mike Mondo. And I always view Mike Mondo as somebody who, quite frankly, and I've told him this, like, I looked up to him and he gave me like that hope that like a guy from Long Island can make it, because I saw Mike Mondo make it. So, you talk about wrestling royalty on Long Island, you have your Mikey Whipwreck, you have your MJF, you have your Kurt Hawkins, Brian Myers, but the one name that I think would be the perfect Apollo Creed to my Rocky Balboa would be Mr. Cardona himself. Oh yeah, I'd like to go the distance with Mr. Cardona, Mr. Apollo Creed himself, and maybe I'll get a chance down the road. Who knows? We'll see.
You never know. He is from Long Island, so he does come back there frequently.
And he is from NYWC originally.
He is.
So, like I said, maybe we could see what we can make happen.
Truth. That's good. Let's do it. You heard it here first.
Let's see what we can do. But, I still have plenty of work I still need to do. I am not going to come out here and say that I am ready quite yet for that, because this is wrestling. This is not fighting, So
that's true. All right, let's deep into the matches real quick.
All right, cool.
We got Mike Mistretta versus Ryan Clancy, and Mike's got Emily LeVay.
This I'm sorry. I don't want to seem like Billy Mays selling Flex Seal here, but you're going to show me all of these matches, and I'm going to tell you each one of them is great, and that's a shoot, as they call it, because
I agree.
Everything is different on this card, and you look at Ryan Clancy and Mistretta, you're talking about two of the best technical names in the Northeast, if maybe not the country. Mistretta has wrestled all over Europe. Ryan Clancy, I think he's a heck of a guy, heck of a talent. He just won a big tournament I saw on Instagram. Both of these guys. This is one of these things where it's like, I wish maybe, no, I don't want the night off, but I'm going to try to temper myself and not get back in that headspace. But I wish I could sit in the stands and enjoy this match as a fan. I really do, because this is going to be a masterpiece. It really is.
It will be. What is up, Jumbo Rap?
Oh, I'm sorry. So whatever. Jumbo, come on. I can't remember everything, buddy. Come on.
Next match. Are you ready for Miss Amity LaVey versus Dolly Darko for the NYWC Starlet Championship? Ooh. And to me, this is really a grudge match because these two have been going at it for a while.
Oh, they don't like each other.
They hate each other.
They hate each other. And I wouldn't want to be on the end of a beating from either one of them. Amity's got a little bit of a thank you, Jumbo. Thank you. Love you too. Hope you're reffing tomorrow. Love you. My match.
He is reffing.
Yeah, my match. But no, Amity LaVey, she's got something going on with her. She's very talented, but she's a special type of crazy. She's crazy. She was playing with scissors on the podcast last week when she was on.
I
have seen her in the facility. I say hello. I keep my distance because I don't want any sharp objects coming near me, So, but
watch your hearing, bud. She screamed in my ear at a different venue.
I'm not trying to play the sympathy violin, but from the radiation treatment, I've lost a little bit of my hearing. So maybe that's a good thing for me.
Right.
But Dolly Darko, same thing. I consider myself a bit of a martial artist. I've studied many disciplines in martial arts.
Right.
I see Dolly. She is a very proficient martial arts striker. I really, you're talking pure athleticism and gymnast and a full-on martial artist over here. That to me, it's like this is a wrestling match, but again, it presents as a mixed martial arts contest right here with all these disciplines being represented. So phenomenal match. Again, another one I wish I could watch from the stands.
All right, next match. So we're going to look at the FBI.
Oh,
we're going to be at Psycho Circus. Hey, you.
Hey, Nabilinan, I guess, right? Is that what they do?
That's something like that.
I'm actually Italian. I found that out within the past year. So I was alarmed. You would think I was mostly Irish. No, German and Italian. So I guess I got to pull for the FBI a little bit here. I don't know, but then the dirty's there. This is a flag, so
they're going off. They're fighting Dirty Deeds.
I know the Dirty Deeds over there, and we got Old Glory. So flag match. Shoot. I'm gonna have to be pulling here for the Dirties.
Okay, all right. What do you think of? You think Johnny's gonna use his beard as a weapon? That thing is like a whip.
He could do that. He could do the tail whip there.
Like the one Bianca does.
Yeah, like Bianca Belair. He should start doing that with his beard. Be good neck workout for him. Just spinning around.
It would be a good neck workout for us.
My thing is this though, and they obviously check us when we're in the ring. I'm curious. If I've never seen the Dirties because I've always been in the back preparing. But I'm quite curious. Do they pat their beards down as well, making sure there's nothing being smuggled in there?
I hope somebody pats them down. I can see them hiding some foreign objects in there.
Johnny really should take that idea we just thought about, that whole beard whip. Maybe put fishing weights in the end of that thing. That would be good. But then again, Jumbo's listening, so
it could be a shirt idea.
I just gave away. So
it could. Picture his new T-shirt. It's the outline of his face with his whip as a beard.
There you go.
Johnny, I'm trying to make you some cash here, bud.
Exactly. We have some residuals coming our way.
That's right. Small residuals for us.
Yeah,
10%. 10%.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's talk about the Fusion Championship. Giorgio Lawrence versus Buddy Cooper Valentine, who just turned 18. That's his buddy. He says his friend, but he's going to show him that.
Oh, I thought you were calling him Buddy Cooper. I was like, oh.
No. He said it's his buddy.
I could see that on a marquee, Buddy Cooper, because what? I'm telling you right now, 2 or 3 years, this kid's name is going to be on marquees. Cooper Valentine, and not to take anything away from Giorgio Lawrence. Cooper is a heck of a kid, hell of a hard worker, and I have worked with I have worked with a lot of younger athletes through my time coaching high school football and coaching high school athletes in the weight room.
Mhm.
And I could tell you, this kid has got old school dedication, old school hard work. He already has the tools, and he has been training for a couple of years already. It is frightening. He is a bazillion times better than I could ever hope to be. And then you have Giorgio Lawrence over there, the fusion champ. Again, another ridiculous martial artist, trained through and through, national champion at the age of 18. You know,
Wow.
you're dealing with two prodigies here with two different styles. And that, again, is just something I'm going to sound like a mark. I'm going to sound like somebody who's just trying to put something over. But I'm telling you, dead ass, I wish I was in the stands. But then again, I don't want to be in the stands, but going to stay happy.
Maybe you could sneak out and watch it.
Maybe. Who knows? You know, I could pop the hood up. I could put on my Clark Kent glasses. Everything could be okay. Who knows? We'll find out, though.
We just got to make sure that there's no rabbits around Giorgio. He doesn't like them.
He's an interesting cat there. Interesting cat.
Just saying there was an incident when he was a kid. I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay, let's just leave it at that. 'Cause I don't know where that can possibly go. Let's back away from it.
Let's talk about that main event, the actual Psycho Circus match. We have Joey Conway and the Slime Balls in the NWA versus Big O, JT Kaysen, and Mikey Whipwreck versus Mr. Main Event himself, Sal Savelli, and post-game, and all the championships are on the line. The NYWC title and the tag team championship is on the line. How do you think that match is going to go? Because I think it's going to be insane.
I will say this. I will be putting on a hoodie and going out into the crowd for this one. And I am always willing to talk to fans, supporters, whomever, whatever. If you do happen to find me in the stands for this match, please leave me the hell alone. I want to watch this. This is going to be amazing. It is going to be a car accident. This is going to be worse than any accident you could possibly see on the side of the Southern State or the LIA. This is going to be, I think they call it a banger.
Yes.
It's going to be good. It's going to
be a banger. That's for sure.
You know, again, I keep harping on clashes and styles, different things, different forces colliding. Holy, this is going to be a hodgepodge of wrestling chaos, and I'm going to love every second of it. I have absolutely no dog in this race. So whatever the hell happens, God bless them all. I cannot wait to see this.
All right. If you had to root for one of the teams, who would you root for?
Oh, gosh. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to go with, the Big O. I have known Big O for over probably 20-something years. We have been on the same side of many of bar altercation as we used to work together in that capacity many moons ago. Yes. If you see him in a wrestling ring, you should see him. I don't know. A statute of limitations. We'll leave it at that. And then JT Kaysen. Okay. Another one right there.
That's right.
Okay. Another fan favorite, NYWC original. He's been there from Jump Street. And then Mikey Whipwreck. It's I'll share. I don't share this story often, but I have shared it with the crowd, so I'll share it here. Okay. My daughter, who was born 5 months ago, and like I said, I don't talk about my family much because to me, I don't involve them with wrestling. It's a separate world. Right. But my daughter, my miracle baby, because like I said, I was given 12 weeks to live, so for me to be able to be a father of my own is something that I hold very near and dear to my heart. And I have a stepdaughter as well. And raising her is something that I will always say is the coolest thing I've ever done in my entire life. Cooler than wrestling, cooler than beating cancer. Just getting to raise her has been awesome. But we actually let her pick her baby sister's name. And
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to share the name, but what I will share is this. Well, Jumbo, as you know, hopefully what you saw was before cell phone cameras existed. That's why I don't. But anyway, so we let my stepdaughter pick her baby sister's name, and the initials to the name, and myself didn't even put two and two together. My wife didn't figure out until 2 months after. My baby daughter's initials are ECW. So
wow,
yeah, and
that's pretty cool.
My wife said, you know what? If you didn't talk about wrestling every 5 effing seconds, I would think this was super sweet and super cool. She's like, I can't stomach it. But hey, it is what it is. But Mikey Whipwreck, ECW original, ECW world champion. I got to pull for those guys then. But honestly, I think this is one of those matches where there's enough talent in it that anyone could take it. Any of those tag teams could take those titles. Anybody could go ahead and take that world championship. You know, Joey Conway, very talented, is going to have a long night ahead of him. And I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself, as I do have business tomorrow to tend to. But
that's right.
I will say whoever comes out of that match, whether it be the heavyweight champion or the tag team champions, you can bet your sweet ass I'll be watching you. So anyway,
right.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about some upcoming stuff you got besides Psycho Circus. You have Lucha Rumble 4 on March 17th.
Yes, I don't know, quite frankly, who I will be in competition with on that evening, but I am looking forward to participating in that card and in that event. It is going to be a great time. And I buried my grandfather on St. Patrick's Day over 20-something years ago. So St. Patrick's Day is a very special day for me. And I'll be kicking ass in his memory that day. So it'll make it even sweeter for me.
All right. This is them, yes. And you can also sponsor a match.
Yes.
For that event.
Yes, you can. You could sponsor my match. All you got to do is reach out to the fine folks at Championship Entertainment Productions and make it happen.
All right. Next up also is Remarkable Wrestling's Better Than the Best 3.
Yeah, I am very excited for this opportunity. Again, something I will not take for granted, but this is another platform for me not only to kick ass in my own name, but to kick ass in the name of all those who have either dealt with or are no longer with us, unfortunately, to cancer. So I will be proudly rearranging someone's face in memory of anybody who has passed from this disease.
All right. Make sure you guys go to remarkablewrestling.com to get your tickets. Or use the QR code in the corner.
Yeah, there you go.
Either one works.
And I know we don't have the graphic up here for it, but we will be, NYWC will be back in action after Circus on March 30th. And we'll see, maybe we'll do a little experiment here. If you have any of your listeners that are listening down in San Antonio, Texas, on April 12th, I will be wrestling for the Texas Wrestling Association, Shawn Michaels' old stomping ground.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
you know,
awesome.
Not to, again, go back into the cancer talk, but this is something cool that I'm pretty proud of. You know, through my regular job, my day job is I work as a corporate executive for a marketing company that works with nonprofit organizations to help them with their fundraising and brand awareness. So on LinkedIn, I happen to mention a few times when I'm traveling for work engagements and conferences, local promoters have actually reached out to me and have booked me. And all I ask for them to do is they don't have to actually pay me directly, but I ask that they do make a donation to the V Foundation or Sloan Kettering Kids. And once I know that they do that, I am all theirs and happy to perform. And I did that for Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling back in October, which actually was pretty dumb on my part. Not dumb that I got to participate in a great card out there, but it was dumb in the sense that I tore my meniscus in that match, and that was 5 days. That was 5 days before the space. So
wow.
Yeah, as I finished the match and got the victory, I just kept saying, "Oh, you dumb SOB! You're in the main event of the biggest show in Long Island independent wrestling history, and you just popped your knee."
Yikes! You okay now?
No, I'm not. But I am not one to complain because
Okay.
again, I am here. So as long as I am here, I have no reason to complain because the alternative is a lot worse.
Gotcha. Let's not also forget about the Joker's Wild Battle Royal happening tomorrow as well.
You know what? That is going to be
Woo!
God knows what. Who knows what?
Who knows who will show up?
I couldn't tell you who's going to. First of all, I couldn't even pick somebody to win because I don't even know really who's
We don't even know who's in it. That's right.
That is, it's
Could be anybody.
That's the essence of it. It's the Joker's Wild Battle Royal. We don't know who's in it. So it's again, this is something, the space was an awesome experience. It was great to be able to get to not only use it as a platform to share my story, documented through the V Foundation and ESPN, but this Psycho Circus, man, it's this is what they're talking about. This is independent, this is independent wrestling on Long Island's WrestleMania right here.
That's right, it is.
And I am, like I said, it's I don't know if I'm more excited for the card to get to hopefully watch some of it or to actually participate in it.
Now make sure you go to nywcprowrestling.com to get your tickets. Front row is already gone. Second row is gone.
I'm going to tell you, it's pretty
much a little bit into third and maybe definitely some left in fourth, but I don't even think third row is still available.
They have tried to add additional rows, and when I said I don't know if I'm more excited to maybe possibly see someone or participate in it, me saying participate was not a stutter or hesitation or a slip, because participate is not what I'm going to do tomorrow. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. That's not going to be participating.
It's not going to be pretty tomorrow at NYWC Psycho Circus as Psycho Circus turns 21. Not only will Sean be there and all the NYWC superstars, but Papa Denk will be there as well, filming his vlog.
See, look, now you're able to bring a smile back to my face. I don't know. I have all the respect for Amity, and I am scared shitless of her. But I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe me and her have a little bit more in common. Having that little bit of a streak to them. So it's just kind of, I don't know. I can relate with her on some levels. I think I don't like metal things. I got enough metal on my neck and back, but yeah, sometimes you just go to that dark place.
I'm scared of her. I'm scared of her too, man. Told you in that situation.
If I was Pat and Jay, I'd be scared of me.
Oh, yikes. Pat and Jay, watch your backs. All right, Sean, let everybody know where they can follow you.
Yeah, you can find me at the Cancer Fighter, Sean Wachter, on Instagram. I have a couple other socials. I'm trying to get acclimated to them. I have X,
TikTok,
Twitter,
X.
Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, is that what it is now? It's X.
X.
Yeah.
It's X. Yeah.
I believe it is the Cancer Fighter SW on there.
Okay.
Pretty much that's where you could follow along every day to see what type of weird, sick workout I'm beating the crap out of myself with. I basically use it as like an accountability journal, but I also want to let people know what goes into doing this. It's not that we wake up out of bed and that's it. We are professional athletes. So the goal is to conduct oneself as such. But yeah, TikTok, I have that. I think I have. Yeah, they are.
Yikes.
But TikTok, yes, I have TikTok. I think I have maybe one TikTok up there. It's not me dancing. I could assure you that, but we're getting there. And as always, I am so grateful to the handful of cancer organizations I work with. I work with some great ones. Like I said, I spent the past 2 days in Washington with Melanoma Research Alliance. I think and I'm not trying to sound arrogant with this one, but this may be a first for you because I know you've had some great talent on here. I am actually going down on March 3rd, and I'm very proud of this. This is not an angle. This is not a gimmick. This is a shoot. On March 3rd through the 5th, I will be going down to Washington, D.C. yet again on behalf of Melanoma Research Foundation, and I will be speaking to the men and women of Congress about helping provide funding to a much needed bill for cancer research, specifically dealing with melanoma. Melanoma is, people always think it's a skin cancer. But the great thing about melanoma, if someone could find a great thing about it, is that melanoma is the cancer that most of our modern cancer treatment drugs was tried on first.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, all the wonderful treatments for breast cancer, lung cancer, and other sorts of cancers that are, you know, trying to get to that finish line of a cure, all the drugs that are now being used there started off with melanoma. So again, something I am very pleased to be a part of and something that I am very proud of. And I will tell you this, I am going down to speak to the men and women of Congress, not only as a proud cancer survivor, but I am going down there as a proud professional wrestler on top of that. And I will let the ladies and men of Congress know that as well. So,
all right. That is awesome,
bud.
bud.
Thank you, Long Island.
And I appreciate you coming on.
I thank you for having me. Like I said, after seeing all the men and women that I have a ton of respect for in your opener, like I said, I've done some pretty cool stuff, but this to me, this is cool right here.
Appreciate that, bud. All right. Now, tomorrow's the big wrestling day. All right. So let me start from the beginning. Tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., live on Peacock, it is the WWE's Elimination Chamber. So make sure you get up, watch that. As you can see, Drew's having some fun there.
It's harsh.
Don't want to miss the Elimination Chamber at 5 a.m. At 11.
I guess he isn't getting re-signed.
I'm just not. At 11, make sure you go and check out exclusively on my YouTube channel, my latest vlog interaction as I am sitting here hanging out with Nomi herself, Gabby Forza. I'm so excited to talk to her. It was a fun time.
I am a fan of the gnomes. The Nomi is good people.
She is good people. That was fun. And then you're going to want to not miss Psycho Circus itself. Tomorrow night, let's make sure you go get your tickets now. I don't think they're selling tickets at the door. If you show up at the door, you might be out of luck.
You may be SOL. You may
be SOL.
You may be SOL. I honestly, if you're listening to this or you're pulling it up on YouTube tomorrow morning or even seeing little snippets on Instagram, I would go ahead and make sure, Jumbo, see you. Jumbo, you're interrupting the promo here for the tickets. I would recommend you get your ass down and to the website and buy some tickets right now because you don't want to be all the way in the back during this show, especially the Psycho Circus match. Because if you're all the way in the back, there's also a chance you're going to bump into me. And like I said, I will gladly sign whatever. I will take pictures. I will counsel whomever. I will do whatever. But please, you see me in the crowd during the Psycho Circus match itself, leave me the hell alone because I need to.
You gotta watch this match. Me too, man. I gotta watch this match too. And it is in Farmingville, New York. Yes. So make sure you go get your tickets now before you can't get in.
You don't want to go out to Farmingville and find out you ain't getting in the door.
Don't want to do that. All right. As for me, after that, I will be at SWA's Double Trouble on March 8th. Make sure you get your tickets now for Double Trouble. Go to SWAWrestling.com to get your tickets or use that QR code right there. And then after that, your boy's going to be busy because they got to head out to New Jersey for the free-for-all. Make sure you go register. If you're a professional wrestler and you want to try out in front of like 6-7 companies, this is the place to do it. The free-for-all. You know, it's going to be a lot of companies. NYWC is going to be there.
Well, I will be with Remarkable that evening, and I will be in that Rumble match. You know,
you will be.
Headbangers better watch their asses out because I'm. You know what? Forget coming for Hogan. I'm coming for the Headbangers. Yeah.
So after the free-for-all, it's going to be an all day for me, man, from 8 a.m. to midnight.
That is a grind, but hey, it is a wrestling lover's dream right there. Look
it is. We got the Time Championship Wrestling TV tapings, Danger Zone, which is going to be free for everyone in Bayville, New Jersey, from 4 to 5:30, followed by their signature event, Another Level, that night.
Oof.
There's a lot of stuff going on. Also, if you are in New Jersey, I was just assaulted there recently. Looking for my 23/6 YouTube Heavyweight Championship that was stolen at their last Wrestling Is Now show.
I may have to possibly help you collect that.
I'm putting up a reward, but this is the actual individual, Tina. She stole my championship.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I don't want any. I don't want to mess with Tina.
If you see my last vlog, Dank Attack, you will see how she did it too. So make sure you check out that vlog as well.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh man, I'm so upset, man. And my back, still messed up from that. You can check out the Papa Dank commercial running with SICW on YouTube. Make sure you check out them and follow them as well as NYWC. And then I got Winner Circle on April 20th for Wrestling Is Now. Make sure you go to Wrestling Is Now to get your tickets for that. And I think I got something else in between, which I know I do. I don't. Do I have the graphic?
Like, what the hell is going on? Too many things.
I got it. There it is. BPW presents Before the Storm on March 16th. So you get your tickets for that.
It's very interesting. I'm waiting for them to come and knock on the cancer fighter's door.
You never know what's going to happen in 2024.
Especially since I got an old pain in my ass.
Really?
Yes, a very old pain in my ass that I've been meaning to deal with, but unfortunately I haven't had a chance to get my hands back on him, and that is I'm not even going to. It's Tristan. I don't care how the hell he says. Tristan. No, it's Tristan. It's Tristan Kyle. He can take his Tristan and he could cram that because it's
Tristan. he corrected me, so
I
have to say it right.
My first match really back when this all started to run again was against Tristan and Utik and Bill there from the Wild Boys. I know Utik is running with a different bunch of folks now, but Tristan Kyle, he lost to the old man. So, but he's bothering me, So I'm gonna maybe have to go down to VPW one day and kind of remind him to be respect his elders. Respect his Uncle Sean.
You can come and hang out with me, man. Not a problem. You can sit at my table.
I'm gonna have to do that because that's the cool table. So I want to sit at the table.
Cool kids sit there. Look at that. Jumbo Rep is plugging his stuff here too. Look at
wow, he's getting his stuff in. He's getting all.
Let's plug Jumbo Rep. GCW March 9th and 10th in Showboat AC. All right, Jumbo, we got you, buddy. We got you.
Anything else, Jumbo? You want to talk about the Islanders? I know you like the Islanders. You want to throw something else in there?
You want to talk Funkos, buddy? I know we talk Funkos all the time. Actually, we were talking about it today.
It's funny. It's almost like someone's telling Jumbo in his earpiece it's time to go home, and it's like they're ignoring Jumbo telling him in his earpiece it's time to go home.
Here he goes. Look, MLW March the 29th.
Jumbo, they're gonna ring the bell on you. You got to go home, Jumbo.
Oh man, Jumbo, you better be in my vlog tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna say. Everybody in Instagram land, have a good night.
Yes.
Everybody everywhere else, have a good night. Sean, just hold on for a moment.
Of course.
I'll see you in the next episode next week, next Tuesday. Just Jody will be here, as well as Billy Fetsky, owner of Time Championship Wrestling, and maybe a surprise vlog. Stay tuned.